Because while Chelsea reported an £138 million profit, they were still bleeding cash at a rate few clubs could ever sustain. Over the past 3 years, Chelsea burned through million in cash. Chelsea just posted their biggest profit ever, but behind that number is something they didn't want to headline. Chelsea made headlines this month with their latest accounts, a record operating profit of £138 million. But it didn't come from football. Before the financial deadline, Chelsea sold their women's team, and not to an external buyer, but to another company inside their owner's Blueco group. That single transaction created almost £200 million in income. And this wasn't the first time. The year before, Chelsea sold 2 hotels, again to another Blueco company. Profit, £76.5 million. Both deals were internal, both generated paper profits, yet neither brought in a single pound from outside the Chelsea ecosystem. Over these 3 years, the Blues posted P&S profits of £21 million, technically compliant with PSR. But remove the hotel sale, remove the women's team deal. The result, a £250 million loss, more than double the allowed threshold. That's not good financial management, that's a financial sleight of hand. Premier League signed off on Chelsea's books, but UEFA, not convinced. They flagged the women's team sale. According to the Times, Chelsea are now facing formal sanctions, a likely fine and a threat of exclusion from European competition. It's a clear warning. While the Premier League allows up to £105 million in losses over 3 years, UEFA's threshold is £170. Higher, but with far stricter rules on what qualifies as legitimate income. And without the women's team and hotels, Chelsea don't just come close to breaching the limit, they flat out break it. And the precedent's already there. Milan, Juventus, even Manchester City, though later overturned. No club is untouchable. But let's leave the accounting. Let's talk about what actually left the building. Because while Chelsea reported an £138 million profit, they were still bleeding cash at a rate few clubs could ever sustain. Over the past 3 years, Chelsea burned through £868 million in cash.
But we have no excuses.
Not accounting adjustments, not paper profits, but real money gone. And to keep going, they needed £927 million from the owners, nearly £1 billion just to stay standing. That's not a rebuild, that's not investment, that's a financial fire. But what did all that money buy? 1 year of Champions League football, 1 12th place finish, and a 6th place campaign that still fell short of expectations. But it's not just about the points, it's about pressure. Chelsea handed out ultra-long contracts, not for football reasons, but to shrink the numbers on their books. Take Mykhailo Mudryk, £88 million spread over 8 years, looks like just £11 million per year on the books. But those contracts come with 8 years of wages, 8 years of risk. And when the Premier League closed this loophole in 2023, Chelsea had no flexibility, no exit plan. It's a trap they built themselves. So what's left? The hotels sold. The women's team already off the books. The loopholes closed by regulators. UEFA are circling. The cash burn is accelerating. There are no more clever tricks. Chelsea found a way to post a record profit, but to do it, they had to sell part of themselves. And if this was the illusion, the real story starts with how they pulled it off. We broke it down 9 months ago. The internal deal that turned a £250 million loss into a headline profit. Click here to see how the illusion was built from the very first move.